Hey everyone, let's talk about a Python command that I bet every single one of us has used. But do we really know it? Today, we're going to dive deep and unlock the hidden secrets of the humble print function. I mean, you've typed it a million times, right? Print, hello world, checking a variable. You know, the usual stuff. But what if I told you that's just scratching the surface? There's a whole world of power hiding in this one little command. So think of this like leveling up in a video game. We're about to find all the secret abilities and power-ups for a tool you thought was, just level 1. Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the basics, that very first command we all learn. Then we'll level up to printing all sorts of different data. From there, it's all about customization, sending our output to files, and we'll wrap up with some seriously cool tricks you might not have seen before. All right, let's kick things off at square one. For pretty much every single person who learns to code, this is exactly where the journey begins. So what actually is it? Well, print is what we call a built-in function. That just means it's part of Python's standard toolkit, ready to go right out of the box. Its whole purpose in life is simple. Take whatever you hand it and show it on the screen, the console or the terminal. And here it is, the classic, the absolute rite of passage for every programmer. The syntax couldn't be simpler, right? You've got the name, print, and then you've got the parentheses. Anything you want to print as text, what we call a string, just gets wrapped in quotes and popped right inside. But print is so much more than just a machine for spitting out text. Okay, let's move on to the next level, because this is where things start to get really interesting. Yeah, this is where you really see how flexible print function is. It's not picky at all. You can throw numbers at it. You can give it math problems to solve. You can ask it to show you what's inside a variable. You can even give it complicated stuff like lists and dictionaries, and it just handles it. No problem. Let's look at some examples. You print 42, you get 42. Simple. You print 5 plus 3, and look at that. Python does the math first and gives you 8. Or if you've stored a name in a variable, print just shows you what's inside. The secret here is that Python figures out the value of whatever's in the parentheses first, and then it displays the final result. Okay, get ready, because this is where we find the secret cheat codes. The print function has these extra optional settings, these parameters, that give you total control over how your stuff shows up on the screen. First up, the sep parameter. You know how print normally just sticks a space between different items? Well, sep lets you change that. Just add sep and tell it what you want to use instead, like a hyphen. All of a sudden, you're in control. You can use a comma, a plus sign, whatever you want. It's such a simple little thing, but it's a game changer for formatting. Next up is the end parameter. Now this one is super useful. It controls what happens at the very end of your print statement. By default, printing always jumps to a new line. That's its thing. But with end equals space, you're telling it, hey, instead of a new line, just add a space. And just like that, your next printing will pick up right on the same line. Super handy for building things piece by piece. So far, everything we've printed just vanishes once the program stops, right? It's temporary. But what if you need to save it? What if you want to make it permanent? Well, that's where sending your output to a file comes in. And it's actually way easier than you might think. It's a 3-step dance. First, you open a file and tell Python, I want to write here. Second, in your print command, you add the file parameter to point it to that file. And third, you close the file. And you absolutely cannot forget that last step. Closing the file is what actually saves everything permanently to your disk. So why should you care about this? Well, this is huge. This is how you create log files. You can make your program keep a diary of everything it's doing, any errors it runs into, anything important. For real-world applications, this is absolutely essential for keeping an eye on things and figuring out what went wrong. Okay, for our final section, let's have some fun. We're going to look at some really creative and kind of surprising things you can do with print. Get this. You can print emojis just by using their special Unicode code. You can even build simple animations, like a progress bar that updates in place. How? By using that end parameter to tell the cursor to go back to the start of the line instead of making a new one. In some terminals, you can even make your text colorful. And of course, you can make neat little tables using the tab character. It's just way more versatile than you'd think. And really, that's the big takeaway here, isn't it? We started with the most basic hello world, and we ended up doing animations and saving files, all with the exact same tool. It's a great reminder that sometimes the simplest tools are the ones with the most hidden power. So we've explored the depths of the print function and unlocked its hidden potential. The only question left is, what are you going to create with your new print superpowers?